everybody. Happy holidays. This is Patty. Welcome to the witching hour, that hour of the day when the veil is thin and magic happens. Ooh, we have some Chinese magic for us today. I have the beautiful Vicki Iskandar here. She is the creator of the Chinese Five Elements Oracle. She is author of this oracle. It's a beautiful 60-page Chinese astrology. It's published by Hay House. She's an expert in the field of Chinese metaphysics, and she teaches the ancient arts of feng shui, bazi, and all sorts of things I can't pronounce. So we're just going to bring her right in. Welcome. Thank you so much, Vicki, for coming on my show.
Thanks for having me, Patty.
This is absolutely beautiful deck. Again, you work with the elements, the five elements that you use in feng shui and in Chinese magic, and the animals, right? The animals that there. Tell everybody who may not understand any of that a little bit about how that works.
So the deck features the 60 possible combinations of the five elements and the 12 animal signs of Chinese astrology that we call the 60 pillars. And basically, the writing and illustrations in the deck are my modern interpretation of the 60 pillars, viewed from the sum of my experiences and also informed by ancestral wisdom and divine guidance.
They're absolutely beautiful. I'm a monkey. That's all I know. I don't know what element of monkey, but I was born in a year of a monkey. But these cards are absolutely gorgeous. This one, wood rat. Look at here, water dog. They are modern and they are beautiful, and fire tiger. So is this something that you were born into? Is this your spiritual practice that you discovered? Is it part of your heritage?
It's all of it. I grew up in the culture where we know our animal signs better than we know the day, basically, or the real year. But I didn't really get to learn or go deeper into the 60 pillars until I started diving deeper into Chinese astrology. So most people who grew up in the culture only know the 12 animal signs, but they're not really familiar with the 60 pillars. But yeah, the 60 pillars are actually used in the Chinese calendar to measure time. So it's very cyclical.
And that is part of what the Bazi astrology is? I
Yeah.
think that's what that is. Yeah.
Yes. Because basically, let's say today, or let's say we're in the year of the water rabbit, and let's say the month of the wood rat today. So if you were born somewhere this month, someone born this month will have those two pillars in their chart, and then of course their hour and day pillars. So that's what Bata is.
It's beautiful. So I said that wrong too, but yeah. So what are, now that it's mid-December 2024, what year are we in right now, or the end of?
We are in the 11th month of the water rabbit year, and we are in the wood rat month in December.
That is beautiful. And what are we going into next year, into the new year?
Next year, we're going into the year of the wood dragon, which is going to be a big year for everyone. The dragon is a big sign. So even the card of the wood dragon, it's a very powerful year. Just the dragon itself is a very powerful animal.
I'm not in your culture, but I do a lot with dragons. I work with dragon energy, dragon spirits. So that's really good. We're coming into a year of the dragon.
Yes, the dragon doesn't do anything small. So that's one thing about the year. So
Does that, as a rule, it's going to affect the feel of the world, the feel of the people within it? Now it's going to be a big year for things.
yeah, the dragon years are always significant. But next year is actually even more significant because we're going into a new cycle. So wood dragon, anytime we go into a wood cycle, that's basically starting a new 10-year cycle. So we're starting a new 10-year cycle since 2014. But then another bigger cycle that we're going into in the wood dragon year is that we're entering a new 20-year period in Chinese metaphysics that we call the Age of Nine, which is the age of joy, and it's also the age of divine feminine rising. So it's just a very exciting year. There will be lots of changes, and we're already feeling them already.
Yeah, it's been a little, yeah, life on this planet is a little interesting this last year or so. So did that fit into the year we've been in? Did that work hand in hand with the rabbit? Whatever.
Um, so the water rabbit is basically it's a completion year of a 10-year cycle. And then in the past 4 years, we have a lot of water element, and water is the element of fear. So it's been a lot of fears in the past 4 years, and with COVID and all that and the wars, it's just a lot of people are living in fear. And
Yes.
hopefully we'll go past through that once the water rabbit ends. And then the new cycle begins. It will be more hopes, hopefully.
Good. But yeah, I don't relate dragons with fear.
Yeah, dragon is fearless. It's full and it's audacious. It's adventurous. So yeah, so I'm very excited with the dragon year
I
coming up.
love that. So this is like with the other kind of astrology, you look at we're going into these planetary, you have what you have. So it's how to prepare better, how to be aware of what the year's going to be like. So how does your oracle deck work? Is this for like things to pull out what you why how by how you they're so beautiful by what
Thank
you pull? So explain how this would help me in my day-to-day or working with my clients.
Yeah, so it works as a divination tool. So you can pull a card a day, or you can do the spreads that are outlined in the guidebook. And it also works as a measure or an energy of the day. So either every morning you can do a card pull for guidance for the day. I actually like the 3 card spread, which is the sacred triangle spread, because you get 3 different messages, one from heaven, one from earth, and one from your inner self. So that's a good way to start the day. You have 3 different messages.
I think
And
that's
yeah,
that's beautiful. Okay. Again, I'm just going through these cards now. Say I did a 3 card pull. I'm going to do a 3 card pull, and you could tell me how this works. The first call, the first card is water monkey.
okay.
The second card is earth ox, and the third card is fire dragon.
Ooh, okay. That's powerful. So monkey, ox, and dragon.
Yeah.
So the water monkey will be your message from heaven, and that monkey is a warrior. So you're a warrior,
Yeah.
and it's about conquering your fears. The heaven is telling you to just let go, to release your fears. You can see the monkey there. The warrior in front of the monkey is protecting the monkey in the cart.
It's beautiful.
And
Okay, so let go of my fears. Heaven said so.
yeah, heaven says so. Today, just don't let your fear get in your way today.
Okay.
And then the second card, which is the message from Earth, and then you got Earth Ox, which is actually amazing because it's a message from Earth, and then Earth elements actually speaking to you. Even the ox is an earth element sign. So it's basically a message from Mother Earth. And then it's really reinforces the Mother Earth theme, basically. It's just to feel one with the universe. Because we are part of nature. In Taoism, in Chinese metaphysics, we are part of nature. We're not separate from nature. So we're part of the elements. There are 5 elements within us and 5 elements around us. So it's all, we're all one, basically. So the card is telling you to just be connected to nature because it is part of you.
And that is who I am. I'm very elemental in my personal practice, my more pagan practice. I am all about the elements. I am connected to the earth. I'm a monkey. So far, could not pick better cards. Let's go into this is my message for my inner self.
Oh, the fire dragon. And we were just talking about the dragon. So, yeah, the fire dragon. Let's see, where is the fire dragon? The fire dragon is basically, it's about empowering yourself. So the dragon empowers us. So it's a very empowering animal. Just that it's tuned into that dragon energy, right? There is like the dragon is basically an earth sign. So it's very, very determined, and it gives you grit, basically, and willpower. But it's also very connected to spirit because the dragon is the sign that's the guardian to the gate of heaven. So when the dragon appears, it's basically telling you that you have what it takes. And you just have to believe in yourself and be connected to spirit.
This is beautiful. Thank you. I can definitely see how these could work in my day to day, both my personal stuff or working with people. So you're like, you do feng shui with people and you do the astrology with people. How did the oracle deck come along? Was it just what an idea? Do this.
Well, ever since I started going deeper into Chinese astrology and learn about the 60 pillars, I always thought that the 60 pillars actually would work really well as an oracle deck and as a divination system because it's basically it's there's so many insights in each pillar. Even in one pillar, the one pillar gives you, enough insights for the day, let's say, or just for a situation. And I just think that it's also more relatable and approachable compared to the I Ching. It's I Ching is a divination system that a lot of people really try to understand. And to me, it's from the same source. They both use elements, but then the animals we're more familiar with the elements and then the animal signs rather than seeing lines.
Yes. Yes. I can definitely relate to this. So funny. I keep putting these back in the middle and I keep pulling the same card. So I guess these really are my cards.
Which part is that?
Oh, the same ones. I put them back and I pull them.
Those
I
are your. The oracle deck tends this particular oracle deck. I think once you connect to it, the same cards tend to jump over and over. It's just basically it's a reinforcement of the messages.
till you get the message. It's over and over again till you listen.
Yeah.
These are about guidelines for life, is what I call them, right? How to get through our days, get through our lives and things. Ian, I'm sure you've looked into what this coming year looks like with the dragon year. What do you think? What are some things that people, other than getting your beautiful oracle deck to guide them day by day, what are some things that you think that we should do or can do or to prepare for this new year coming and to get through this holiday season?
A lot of the messages in the oracle deck is about cultivating inner joy, and joy is associated with fire element. So the upcoming Age of Nine that we're transitioning into in the year of the dragon, uh, the 20-year period cycle is actually ruled by the fire trigram. So it's going to be a lot of fire elements. We looked at the trigram as guidance too. So the Age of Nine, it's ruled by the fire trigram. So it's associated with the heart and the light within and the sun. Basically, it's light. And also the middle sister, because the trigram describes the middle sister, which in the modern world translates into middle-aged women. Yes. We're already heading toward that because we're seeing more women taking power, right? And just being role models now. And it's, but one thing is just its joy is basically the ability to shift into a state of joy will be harder and harder as we get as we go through the Age of Nine, even though it's the age of joy. But it's called the Age of Joy not because joy will be easier to find, but because joy is what will guide us out of the darkness in the Age of Nine. And one way to cultivate inner joy is to keep yourself in the light. So that's one thing, and I think that's very important in the next 20 years.
Okay, 20 years. Keep yourself in the light. I like that. Like that very much.
And a lot of the messages in the card are about joy. Like basically, the fire tiger is about sharing your gifts. And that's one way to cultivate inner joy because the more you share your gifts, the more you're following your passion, the easier joy will come to you.
So, what do you think people, again, in addition to your deck or having an awareness of this, that they could do to, okay, you say add more joy to your life? What you have certain practices or things you do within your home to bring that in?
Yeah, gratitude is always a good practice to just feel the joy around you. And then I always like teaching or sharing about joy triggers because basically we have triggers, right? That
Mhm.
trigger some kind of emotion. So find a trigger that basically brings joy. Which is either memories that make you happy or just little pleasures, little things that bring joy to your life. And the thing is, joy is our natural state. So if we know how to trigger that feeling of joy, then we can really cultivate inner joy within, because we can, if we find ourselves down and out, we can go toward that light within to turn on that inner joy, basically. Yeah, something like even just like coffee in the morning, right? Or like your favorite drink or eating your favorite comfort food. That's joy.
I like that, and I like that joy triggers because we all know of our not joy triggers, our buttons and things as we call
Right.
drive us crazy or this or that within, or they bring us opposite of joy. So that's good. So maybe we should take an awareness, like everybody go home and write down things that give them joy so you could remember that at times of need.
Yeah, and well, I think one of my joys usually is my travel memories. So I would just think back to places that I've been to that just make me happy, or people who make you happy, basically.
Th- I love that. Okay. I just pulled another card. So I know. Why don't we pull a card for the day we first drop? It is December 18th. If anybody's watching when we first, or listening, some are watching when we first do. What is like today or this week, December 18th, just before many holidays, Yule, Christmas. Yeah, it's everybody's holidays this month.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull a card for
Okay.
guidance. This is one way to divine what the energy of the day. And I got the water dragon.
Dragons.
Another dragon. So the water dragon is about manifesting your dreams. So if you're watching this, this is basically a message that you're on the right path and that you're on your way to manifesting your dreams. It's just keep doing the work and have fun while doing it. Because the water dragon is also about having fun. It's, it's a dragon that's playing in the wave. That basically it's just, yeah, it sees life as an adventure.
I love that. That there's a joy button for you right now. I love it. Dragons. Um, this is just fascinating. So, how can people learn more about what you do? Where can they get this beautiful deck? Again, it comes with this whole really nice book, explains everything, right? So, does somebody, if this is brand new to them, they don't know anything about the elements or Chinese, you could just start right here, right?
Right. Yeah. So all the messages in the card, they're designed to be easy to use. And also the guidebook entries for each card designed to be really easy to interpret, basically. So yeah, so for someone who's not familiar with Chinese astrology, it's still gonna be this is still a really insightful oracle deck for anyone. But then, if for people who actually know Chinese astrology, it can even go deeper because I just picked the water dragon, right? And then this was for a message for this month. And then the thing is, this month is the wood rat. So December is a wood rat month. So someone who understands Chinese astrology a little deeper, then they'll understand that the dragon and the rat is they're allies. They're what we call astrology allies. So the message is basically there's harmony too. So you're doing, you're working the path. It's also in harmony. There's no resistance and the universe is cooperating with you. And then you say you're a monkey, right? So let's say you pick these two cards. So, or let's say you pick the water dragon card in December right now, and you're a monkey. Then that's actually completes the full trine. That's what we call. So because those are all the three allies of
Oh,
yeah, and that's the water trine. So that's and that also indicates that you are in harmony. You are in a one with basically with the universe. So that's how deep it can go. And then if the wood rat or let's say the water dragon, if ocean means something really special to you, then it's basically there's just that's the Tao. It's very simple and yet it can go really deep.
I absolutely adore it. I love it. And just before we go, for anybody who doesn't know, you're explaining the animals and things. What are the five elements?
So the five elements. So we always start with wood because wood is the first element. That's why it's the first in the cycle. So the wood rat, that's why it's card number one. So wood element is associated with trees and nature, and it's associated with planet Jupiter and associated with new beginnings. And also, it has an upward energy, so it promotes growth and a higher vision. And wood produces fire. So, fire is the second element, and it's the element of summer, associated with the sun, the heart, the color red, and Mars. So, fire radiates like sunlight. So, it's also the element of joy, which is the key to higher vibration. And fire produces earth in the Chinese five elements theory. So earth is the element, it's the in-between element because it's the middle of the five elements. And it's the element that helps us transition from one season to another. And so it's basically earth is the center. And it's the energy is very grounding. And it's basically if we're whenever we feel grounded, our earth element within us is balanced. It's also the element of peace. And earth produces metal. So metal is the most misunderstood element because it's also the element of mystery and spirit. So it's the element that's, I would say, most out of balance in our modern society. It's the element of self-reflection that connects us to the spirit within. So metal, that element, and metal produces water. And water is the last of the five elements, and it's the element of winter. So the last of the seasons. And it's the most yin time of the year. So water is the element of fear associated with darkness, and also it's communication. And it's a very receptive element. So those are the five elements.
Thank you. That is beautiful. Seasons, elements, heat. I'm really excited actually about starting to work with these. And so if I have any questions, I'm like, hell, you're right.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Let people know where they can find you. Do you work with people individually and things? Do you work with people to consult?
I do, although I'm currently updating my offerings. I'll be doing more one-on-one mentorship next year, as well as more group workshops that will integrate Chinese astrology with the oracle deck.
Ooh.
And yeah, my I will have it on my website, which is my name, VickiIskandar.com. And if you get the oracle deck, I'm actually offering bonus gifts. So you can go to my website and just go to the oracle page and just put your name there, and it will give you some nice bonus gifts.
You got check it out. So it's her name, VickiIskandar.com. On social media, are you social media that people can go find you, follow you? It is a new world.
Yes, and I've been posting each day about the pillar of the day on my social media on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, and X, or what was Twitter, and they're all at Five Elements Oracle. Number 5 Elements Oracle.
Thank you. 5 Elements Oracle. You guys check it out. It's really helpful. I just started doing her reading of the day and add it to what your practice, to your growth, to everything that you're doing. So thank you so much, Vicki, for coming on my show and bringing your very beautiful magic to the witching hour.
Thank you so much, Patty, for having me.